Hello friends and welcome to my channel IBOL Designing Developer. So like you all know that previously we have covered up really different things in C++ language, and I hope you understand all the things which we have covered up yet in C++. So in this video I will be telling you about references, that how we can use references in C++, why we use references, and what are the elements we have to use when we are starting with references in C++. So all the things we'll be covering up in this video about references. So I hope you'll be enjoying this video from start. So if you enjoy this video and if you understand this amazing tutorial here, so remember to hit a like to this video, and if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I will be uploading on this channel. And remember to see my all the previous videos which I have uploaded in this C++ series, so you can learn different other things as well which we have uploaded yet. So now what we are waiting for, let's move to computer screen and let's get started. So now here we are on the computer screen, and like I've told you in the start that today in this video I will be telling you that what are references in C++, how you can create references and why we use references, all the things I'll be telling you about references here in C++. If we first of all talk about references, that how we use and why we use references. So a reference variable is a reference to an existing variable and it is created with the AND operator. Means that if we talk about reference variable, so basically a reference variable is a reference which we create using an existing variable and it is created with AND operator. Means when you are creating reference variable or when you are using reference variable, so to create a reference variable you have to use this AND operator, like I am using here with this string. So if I just add a string which is called as food, means here I've written the name of the string, you can give any name, but I have written the name of my first string as food, so I have written the name as food, then equal to I have written the food name which is pizza, and this pizza which I have written here in colons. Why I have written in colons? Because right now I am writing a string, and when we write a string in any variable or in any you can say data type, so for that we need to add these colons like we have added in pizza. And after that in comment I have written food variable, means this pizza is a food variable which we have written in this reference variable. Then again we have created another string which will be considered as an other reference variable, and in this reference variable we have used this AND operator with meal equal to food. Why we have written food? Because food is a string which we have used at the top, that's why. And then if we talk about that, after that what we have written a comment as reference to food, means the thing which we have written here is a string and this string considered this reference variable as a food variable. That's why we are writing these two things, so that we can get perfect output in our terminal or in our console, or where we are using our C++ language, we will be getting the output there. Now we can use either the variable name food or the reference name meal to refer to the food variable. Means if you want to use either variable name food or if you want to use either the reference name meal to the refer the food variable, so you can use these things like here. So this is the string food which we are using here, which is called as pizza, and we are writing this string in colon values because obviously when we write a string or when we write any reference variable, so we have to use a string as a colon, so that's why I'm writing this pizza in colon. And after that I'm writing the same thing here, which is another string in which we are writing this food, which is our reference variable name. After that we are printing these two things. So now when you will be printing food, you will be getting the same output as pizza, and again when you will be printing the same thing meal, so you will be again getting the same output pizza. Why you will be getting again the same output? Because right now in equal to you are using the same string name or same reference variable name which we have used at the top. We have used the name as food with the string, so that's why when you're writing food after equal to again, so the output is coming same, because in food we have written pizza. So obviously when you will be writing the same thing down, so you will be getting the same output as pizza running like at the top we have written. Now moving on to our Replit IDE, we will be seeing that how we are getting these output printed. So what I'm going to do is I'll be just moving on to Google Chrome here, and after moving to Google Chrome I will be just opening my Replit IDE, which is directly from here. And after opening this Replit, you have to just move to your dashboard, and here you have to just select your file which you were using, or select your REPL which you were using previously on. Then I will be giving the name here like references, so I'll be writing references in C++ because right now I am telling you about references, or you can say reference variable here. Then moving on here, so we are seeing that there are different references which we can use, or you can just say it as a reference variable here which we are using. Now what I'm going to do is I'll be just copying these two things here, which is reference variable. Then I will be moving on to Google Chrome again, and I'll be removing all these things. And after doing this, I'll be writing a starting code as include IOStream. So you can just see we have written the same thing as include IOStream here, and then I will be writing using namespace std, and then you have to write init main, then make parenthesis, and then just create this colon, or you can say curly bracket, then move down and paste the two reference variables, or you can say two references which we have created. So I'll be pasting that. Then you have to just do one thing, you have to just save this file, or you can just say to save this document you have to press Ctrl S. And after doing this, if I run this, you can just see that we are getting a output running as an error. Why we are getting an error here? Because right now we have not defined this meal. So for defining this thing, what I'm going to do is I'll be moving on to my Word document again, and I will be printing this like this. So I'll be copying this thing, then I will be moving down here, and I will be pressing Ctrl S, and I will be running it again. And after running the things, you can just see the output we are getting is pizza. But now if I run only one thing which is called food, so what I'm going to do is I'll be removing these things here, then I will be just moving down and I'll be printing this thing here. So the output value you will be getting of food is pizza, because right now I'm writing the string in food is pizza. So that's why the same output you will be getting in your console as well. So after saving, you have to run, and after running, you can just see we are getting an error. Why we are getting an error? Because right now I'm writing end meal here. So we have to define this end meal if we are writing with end here, because if you are using a reference variable, so you have to use this AND operator, and you have to define this AND operator as well, because if you are only using AND operator simply and you're not defining that, so obviously you will be getting an error. If we see here, so a reference variable is a reference and we create it with an existing variable, and to create this we have to use AND operator like we are using here with meal. So that's why you can use it with the food, or you can use it with the meal to refer the food variable. I am using with the meal so that I can refer this food variable here. So that's why we are getting both things printed. So now we have to print this meal as well. So for printing this meal, what I'm going to do is I'll be just simply copying this thing here, and then you can just paste it. And after doing this, you can just change this food to end meal here like this. And if I do same thing here, so if I run this thing, you can just see now the output you will be getting is different, because right now I'm printing this normally. But now if I remove this end from here and then if I run, so you will be getting two output, which is pizza two times like this. So you can just see how we are getting these two outputs running. We are in two outputs, we are getting same thing printed as pizza. So remember one thing, when you are using any operator here, like I'm using this AND operator, so you have to not define this AND operator when you are printing this thing. So you have to define this AND operator when you are writing a string. So we are writing a string here, so that's why we are writing AND with a meal, because this is called a reference variable. So that's the thing. So I hope you understand that how we are writing this reference variable here and how we are getting the output printed in our output. You can just see when I'm not writing this meal, so I'm getting an error because I'm printing only one thing here. And when you are printing only one variable, so you don't have to write another variable here. So that's why I will be removing this, and if I run, so obviously I will be getting only one output as pizza, because right now I'm only using one variable, or you can say one reference variable here. So that's why I'll be getting an error. So if I run it again, you can just see we are getting an error because right now I have not defined this meal thing here in my output. So that's why. So I hope you understand that how we are getting these all things printed and how we are getting our references working, how we can create reference. I hope you understand that, and how you can use reference variable. I hope you understand that as well. So I hope just you enjoy this video from start, in which I have told you that what are references, how you can use references, how you can create references, what are the elements you have to use when you're starting with references here in C++. So if you have understand this video, if you enjoy this video from start, so remember to hit a like to this video, and if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I will be uploading on this channel. And remember to share this video as well so more people can learn and they can understand that how we can create these amazing things here using C++. And remember to just see my all the previous videos as well, which we have uploaded in this C++ tutorial series, so that you can learn about different things, that how we can cover up like you can say data types, variables, strings, all that stuff I have told you. So just I'll be meeting you in next tutorial or in next project using C++ from start. So for today, goodbye.